deeper. Yeah. If you survive and can see through the pain, it gets deeper. Virtues attracts the day. If you can shine through the guilt and the shame, it gets deeper. It only takes one moment to change. You might be hurting, but you still ain't helpless. And the revelation carries way more than the message. It's deeper. More to that lineup, it's the mind behind, son. Over your mind, you realize.
Yeah. You might be hurting, but you're not helpless. But you're not helpless. Leave it in the cut.
Help is on the way.
Yeah.
Peace is nice, bleeds like Chinese daggers on peas and rice. Righteous, you see my sight whenever I...
What's up, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know we back. We back. Episode 3, man. I'm your host, man, Mr. Halftime. Guess what? I got my guy over there, my man.
Smitty.
Yeah, we back in the building for season 2, episode 3. Man, it's moving, Smitty. We moving.
Yes,
we
sir.
moving. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Stop it, man. You already know how this go.
Man, the life is so good, man.
Man, life is wonderful, man. It's moving right like it's supposed
It's
to.
moving how it's supposed to go. It's beautiful outside. I can taste the air. It's good.
Got a little taste on it.
Got a little taste on it. It tastes good too.
Hey, bake cookies.
Woo. Man, I love just living, man. The love life, man. Life is worth living, man.
Man, when you got life, you got a chance.
Man, you got a chance.
When you got a chance, you can make it better.
Oh,
It's all
my
up to you.
Lord. I just be happy, man. People ask me all the time, man, why you be so hyped, man? I love living, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
love living. I
Hey,
love life. I love
Because there is an alternative,
Or it could be
to
the other
living.
way. Some people not able to smile.
but God.
But oh Lord, don't start preaching now. Woo, yes, Lord. Okay, man. Look, I've been having a good time all week. I've been excited to get back here, man, and
Yes,
record
sir.
episode 3. I wish we could just run all 8 episodes in one day, man.
Yes, sir.
But I understand we have to keep it moving, man. Listen, y'all. This episode, let me help you understand. This episode is talking about, and the topic today is real relationship goals.
Hey.
Hey, real relationship goals. Goals, yeah, short term, long term.
What you looking for?
What you looking for? 1 to 2 years or 5 to 10? You got to set them up that way. But I'm just short term motivations will bring forth long term success. Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir. I love that.
We loving, we rolling, we
I
loving,
love
and we
that.
low, we rolling, baby.
Yes, sir.
Man, hey, thinking about it though, just on the top of my mind, talking about relationships for real, Smitty, man. It's you familiar with the story of Idris Elba?
Yeah,
And his daughter.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
That's weird,
I
man.
ran across that story that it's kind of running rapid and kind of trending, as they say.
Mhm.
Where Idris Elba, you know,
Mhm.
I kind of had difficulty with the name, but
Me too.
Idris
I might have
Elba.
said it wrong too.
No, you my man.
That's
you
my
guy.
guy, Idris. Just say
No,
Idris.
no, but he had a situation where he just had a movie come out
Sure.
called Beast.
Mhm.
It just came out August 19th. I think that's your wife's birthday, ain't it? That's your wife's birthday.
I couldn't watch
August
it 'cause I was
19th.
celebrating my boo. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, baby. 41 look good on you. Okay.
But it came out on August 19th, and we're finding out some of the backdrop of the stories of how the movie came out and how it came about. His daughter actually auditioned for the position or for the role in the movie to play his daughter in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm assuming that she thought that it would be very natural and very easy for her to do as being an aspiring actress, because she, you see your father acting, you do what you see your parents do. You want to try to do it, right? So she auditioned for the position, and her own father turned her down.
Wow.
And not allowed her to be in the movie. And he cited simply that the chemistry wasn't there.
Right.
And it's almost funny because it's like, you grew up with this man and you know this man,
Your
and
father.
this is your actual father.
Yeah.
And so you would think that it would be simple or very easy to transition into playing the role in which you live, so if you live as the daughter. But she auditioned for it, and her father was one of the ones that said that the chemistry was not there. And so he decided to not have her in the movie.
Wow.
And in terms, she became upset with him because she felt like, because I'm your daughter, you should have allowed me to be inside of the movie.
For sure.
And they said that she didn't talk to him for weeks. behind not allowing her to be in a movie that she felt like she had rightful ownership to. And since we're talking about real relationship goals today,
relationship goals.
how do you feel about it just not allowing his biological daughter to play his non-fictional daughter on screen and be a part of this movie that he's made called Beast?
I think I'm on both sides. I'll give you both sides if I may.
Go ahead.
Good. The reason I said that is because as a father, I have to speak. As a father, of course, we want our children to be super successful. We want them to attain any goals and accomplish any level of success, any based on any opportunity they may have or come across, Smitty. And I believe him as a father, he wanted that for his daughter. He wanted her to seize the moment. But when he said the chemistry for the movie it didn't fit, it didn't match based on the quality that he's used to. And that's the thing, is like and maybe I need to research a little bit deeper. I just speaking of the mindset of a father, I think that's a conversation as well that should have been had before the judgment, before I say no. I would kind of like pull her aside and say, sweetheart, listen, we got other opportunities coming up, but this one is going to fall through the crack because the role and what you bring, it's not that it's not good. It's just the chemistry based on the direction where this film is going to go. It don't match. I think so. As a father, I don't know if he did that, if he set his daughter down and had that conversation and she still was upset or what have you, because of the decision that he made. She felt like he should have automatically said yes and fought for his daughter. I'm sure he has fought for her. That's why she's acting now, because of the opportunities that he's been afforded. So now my offspring get the benefit from the same journey that I was on and already paved the way for her. But this particular one, this particular one,
and I agree with you, man. What's funny is that there are byproduct of your relationship that you get opportunities that other people are not even privy to. They don't even get the opportunity for it, right? So the fact that you had an opportunity to audition for a role in which your father, which is a big movie star, has become, you being in a position to audition for that, that's because of the relationship. Now, the relationship will get you in the door, but your gifts will keep you in the door. And so when you get the opportunity, as my pastor always say, he said, when the curtains open, know your lines.
Know your lines.
And it fits fittingly within this story. So it's like when the opportunity presents itself, you have to be prepared for what you have prepared to do. Be prepared to knock it out. Knock it out of the park.
Know your lines.
And so know your lines when the curtains open. And I think that, and even as he has said, that you can expect to see my daughter in the future.
Of course.
Because matter of fact, he said very soon, because she's going to be on screen. It just wasn't a fit for this movie.
Smitty.
And as a father, you have to respect that.
Yes,
you have to respect that. I want my son to be successful, but I don't want to give him nothing. I want him to earn it, right? I want my daughters to earn what they got so that they can understand that I might afford you opportunities, but it's still going to take some work. It's going to take some study. It's going to take some time for you to maturate and let this process really grow on you so that you can be the best you can be and not be good because I'm your father.
And that's excellent. That's excellent. Excellent put. But think how many roles did Idris not get because the chemistry wasn't right? Now we know we all have the whole world. You guys have watched Idris. And we've learned to be, and we've come to understand that he's one of the best actors in the industry. He can play multiple roles. I've seen him act as a bad boy, a good boy, a businessman, a gangster. I didn't watch, and he does it well. But what I'm saying is, as great as he is, there are roles that he had to deny, or he's been told no because of the chemistry.
That's right.
So hard work, man, pays off. And I just love him, man, what he's doing in the industry, and he's opening up a lot of opportunities for all of us.
Absolutely.
So I know the love and the passion that he has for his daughter. He will definitely not allow that relationship to be severed because of this one decision. So I of course I don't know him personally, but Idris, you my guy. Love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I stand by you as a father. I know what that means to be against the ops and everything.
Absolutely.
When children don't love,
Right.
don't respect your decisions that you have to make, but you still gotta love them and you still gotta provide for them as
Absolutely.
if everything is great, right?
I respect the fact that
Yeah.
you know he loved his craft enough
Yeah,
to not allow anybody to taint it,
absolutely.
including my own flesh and blood.
Come
So
on.
making a decision that was in best interest of my career, my goals, and
Yeah.
also is to put my daughter in a better position. So next time she come,
Yeah.
let the chemistry be there,
Oh,
and not just
man.
reading the lines.
And I believe they're gonna grow. I believe they're gonna grow from this. This
Absolutely.
is growing pains, man. To
Absolutely.
grow, they're gonna cause you to do something out of the ordinary. Some things that won't be pleasant, but you guess what? You know, the Bible says that all things in Romans 8:28, all things work together
And we know.
for the good to them.
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on.
They love the Lord.
Yes.
And are called according to his purpose.
And because there's going to be some pain, but then there's going to be some smiles, some joy, some rain, some sunshine.
Let's get into this.
You got it. Let's go.
Let's get into this episode, man. Today we have an episode that we are talking about literally real relationship goals.
Yeah.
I hear this term tossed out so loosely and as if it's just you see somebody on vacation, or you see somebody in a nice picture, or you see somebody with matching clothes, or you see somebody that are married that you know that's rubbing their face up against each other, and a video is just showing you all the glitz and the glamours of relationship. And don't get me wrong, I love that because I have that with my wife.
Right.
But then I want us to understand that relationship goals go far in every place of our life. So
Sure.
there are relationships that we must put into place, and there's a term I think that blocks this relationship goal that I think that we need to really discuss and begin to talk about, because we'll mess up if we're not careful. There's
Sure.
a term out that a lot of people like to use that I'm gonna ask you your opinion on at halftime. What do you think about the term self-made?
Okay.
Like I'm a self-made individual.
Just punch me in the stomach.
So the term self-made, what does that look like, and what is that? How do you view that term in your opinion?
I don't like it, to be honest. I'll speak and give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You know, I understand what you're trying to say because you're independent. There's a level of independence that it does cause you to do a lot for yourself, right? When you don't have any other help around, when banking institutions say no, and other colleagues or other potential partners or investors say no. When you just appear to be alone and trying to figure everything out,
right?
That part. But the reality is, I can't expect people to understand like on that level where when you say self-made, like that means that you literally do everything yourself. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but you're really saying you do everything for yourself.
Yeah.
And nobody else had a hand in on your success.
Right.
And that's not true.
Right.
There's a lot of people, they got to sit in my chair every week for me to pay my bills.
That's right.
And save a little couple of dollars and do some things for myself and business and keep business going, if nothing else, and I run my home. Clients have to book and schedule appointments every single day.
Right.
In order for me to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I know what product I have. I know the quality of that product as
That's
well.
right.
But at the same time, my brand didn't make it to what it is because I'm all self-sufficient.
Right.
I'm self-made.
Right.
There's a lot of people that believed in me.
That's right.
A lot of people gave me opportunities.
That's right.
Even when I didn't do my best work, right? They still came back for that second work. You know, it was like, man, you know, this side, and that side wasn't fade. It was kind of lopsided on that side, but you know, I like the blend though. The concept of how you doing this thing.
Yeah.
It was so they gave you a second chance, third, fourth, fifth chance to really get it right. So forth and etc. So Swirl Curl was a brush. I use my brand as an example.
Right.
Swirl Curl was a brush back in 2012. I started manufacturing my own brush, Swirl Curl. Right. This Swirl Curl did enough. People believed in it enough to where it was making enough money where I can invest in a product line.
Yeah.
Not just the brush, but then you have the face wash, and then you have the balm, and then you have the protein and the oil, right?
That's right.
But then now I was taking another turn because people are constantly helping me.
Right.
It's turned into a studio where you can scalp micropigmentation, hair unit placement, haircuts, microblade,
Yeah.
whatever you know. So this level of success only came from help.
That's right.
I'm helping somebody now. See that? I didn't make it on my own. A lot of people believed in me to get to where I am today, Smitty.
Man, I can really appreciate that. And it's crazy because a lot of times we don't even talk about this stuff before we come on, and we have similar opinions. Like we really don't. I mean, we have some kind of dialogues, like a framing of what we want to talk about, but to know that, you know, our views align in a lot of things, it's so funny because it just really proves to how well we are in sync and how long we've been knowing each other and things like that. But the term really speaks to a level of self-sufficiency that's not real.
Yes.
It's impossible. I know one of the people that we talk about a lot of times, we talk about being self-made, is Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he's in the ring fighting by himself.
Yes.
Yeah, he's training by himself. Yeah, he's doing amazing things on his own.
Sure.
But if he does not have a training staff to train him, to get him ready for the fight, you know, you out there running in Vegas late nights, and you know, you getting it done, and you are putting in work. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to take that from anybody, because it's a lot of work to put in being an entrepreneur, or you know, when you running a business.
That's right.
So when you start talking about self-sufficiency, though, then you're literally taking yourself as if you're big enough to carry yourself.
That's right.
And I tell people all the time, any step towards self-sufficiency is a step away from God.
That's right.
Because the sufficiency that we need, we're gonna need somebody else.
Come on.
Help in some kind of way. You talked about your product line. Swirl Curl is an amazing product line.
Thank you.
But at the same time, if nobody never bought that amazing product line, how well would the product be doing?
That's right.
And so it's hard, as much hard work as you put into it, making it natural and organic, and making it prepared for people to nourish their beers, and putting the protein and making sure things are put back into the skin to properly allow the beer to grow. If nobody purchases your product, how well would your product line be doing?
Exactly.
And so that's what I mean by the word self-made. I don't want to take away from your hard work, your commitment, your faithfulness to. I don't want to take away from that, but I think the term self-made is overused and understood, because the reality of it is any step towards self-sufficiency is literally a step away from God, and God is our source.
He is
everything else is a resource.
That's right. And that's good that you mentioned that, because you think about the word self-made. How can you be in tune with God when you claiming to be self-made?
Yeah,
you're not self-sufficient.
I just think that it's a term that's loosely thrown out and not well thought out. Although I do understand some of the understanding behind it, but it's really putting yourself in a position where pride has an opportunity to come in. And I said this on yesterday when I preached, that if you don't allow the gifts that God has blessed you with to continue in a praise, if you don't continue to praise God for the gift that he gave you, then it'll turn into pride. And you got to be careful that it does not turn into pride.
That's dangerous.
And self-made is a term that literally self-esteems yourself, or self-gratification, that gives you the opportunity to be seen as a single entity, when in reality you're just a vine that God is using. And a branch that God is using from the vine. So
absolutely,
we want to make sure that we always give God praise for what we're doing. And that's why I came up with my product line called "I'm Just Bragging on Jesus."
Yes, sir.
I don't want nobody to think it's about me.
That's right.
The things that you seen me do and the things you seen me walk in is because of God, and I'm just bragging on him.
And then a lot of time working with you, you know, we've seen each other a lot in business, and a lot of times clients come in, they will speak of how well we are and what we do, how great we do, students, staff, and just colleagues, and amongst our peers as well. But we always give glory to God. Somebody compliment me, I say, man, God is just good to me. You know, immediately I don't hold it for a second, because it don't belong to me.
That's right.
There's no goodness of my own. I sit in this seat right here, deep in the cut.
I know you're right.
Doing what talking about what now I've already gotten paid for what I do. And I get the chance to sit here and get paid again for talking about what I do.
See what I'm saying?
God is good.
To God be the glory.
To God be the glory. See that?
And that's the right turn that we needed for that. And that just shows we didn't even set this up. But the turn that we can make from this is literally about some of these relationship goals that we have.
Come on.
And it's not just about, marriage. There are several relationships that you have when you're on this lane or this road to success, right? And we're just going to talk about 3 of them on today. And we want y'all to come on in and understand and that these goals that we're talking about through relationships are going to come in 3 facets that we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the relationship with the Father, our Father,
Yes.
God himself.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the relationship of a possible business partner.
Yes.
Right. And then we're also going to talk about the relationship of a spouse, the spouse you have. So just starting off, I'm going to give halftime opportunity to just speak about the importance of the relationship of our Father.
Man, the relationship of our Father, God the Father. Smitty, it was a time I didn't know him.
We all did.
You couldn't tell me nothing, man.
That's
I look
right.
like Bojangles. Walk around, man. I had braids, trying to look like Allen Iverson. Couldn't hoop a lick. I got chains on, jewelry on, pocket full of money, walk around. Everything is noticed on my person. Everything I own on my person is on me. I want to be seen. I thought that was the way, throwing parties, the fame and fortune of the streets, whatever. It was just like I was married at a young age, man, just loose cannon. And I had a lot of great traits about myself. I do believe that, but not the stewardship, not that leadership that was needed to progress and move forward in life in a positive leadership role.
Yeah.
And man, I didn't know who I was until I met God.
Yeah.
I was lost. I was ran astray, man. I was, I gave my life to the Lord back in 97, but then I didn't follow the steps of maintaining that relationship with God.
Right.
I thought God was going to come down off the throne and do everything for me himself. I didn't realize you needed people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize you needed that relationship
that's right.
with him first.
That's right.
And so when I established that relationship with the Lord, that's when all the lights come on. I really saw myself for who I was.
Yeah.
And so I gave my life to the Lord and I got baptized and that relationship started to happen.
Yeah.
I had to follow on to know him.
Yeah.
That's the word said, follow on to know him. That means you have to follow. Wherever he leads you, I'm going.
That's right.
And that's what I didn't do in the beginning. I thought because I just gave my life to the Lord, then everything just snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah.
And my life was going to change. And I know it's a lot of people out there that think the same thing. But man, that relationship, I wouldn't be where I am without God. The relationship that we're talking about, one in particular that I like in the scripture is John chapter 15, verse 7. It said, if ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask whatever you will, and it shall be done unto you. Not I shall think about it, not shall I might give it.
That's right.
He said, it shall be done. If you abide in me and you allow my word to take root on the inside of you, he said, then you can open up your mouth and ask for whatever you want. And it'll be done. That means he put a period at the end. Done.
That's right.
So you don't have to worry about the struggle anymore because now you got to help. Now you have a relationship that you didn't have before.
That's right.
God said, you're not self-made. You gave me your life. When you gave your life to me, it's up to me to do what I choose with it. And I only want to benefit you.
That's right.
Because John 10:10, the Lord said, for the devil come to steal, to kill and destroy. But Jesus, our Savior, he said, but I am come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. That relationship, it came and it took me by storm. I didn't really know.
Work.
I didn't really know. I didn't really know what shall become of me.
That's right.
But when I gave in and I let go and let God control my life, I would ask for something, one color. I want it green, God. But it might come in a purple round box. I might want it square. But because it didn't come in the color and the shape that I was looking and I prayed and I asked him for, I felt like it wasn't going to give it.
Oh my.
And so that relationship showed me how to structure and wait and trust in the Lord in all his ways and acknowledge him, and he will direct your path.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's it.
And that's the relationship that I'm proudly, I can testify of the goodness of the Lord right now. That's where I can say what I'm saying at this moment, Smitty, because of where I've been and where I am and where I have a revelation of where I'm supposed to be.
That's right. That's how he speaks to you. That's how this whole thing goes. So you saying the relationship with God has really opened your eyes to not just who you are, but whose you are.
Oh, whose I am. Yes, yes, sir. Whose I am. It make all the difference. See, I don't trust God because I know what He doing. I trust God because I know He know what He doing.
That's right.
He chose me
That's
before
right.
the foundations of this world.
That's right.
So if He already chose me before the earth had a place to stand, foundation to stand on, that means I was already in His mind first.
That's right.
That means He already established a relationship with me in my mother's womb.
That's
See
right.
there? See, we go. Those you okay? Come on, Smith.
Hey, you know what? Halftime, you stirred me up, man. But we coming up against this break right now. You done stirred me up, but I promise you, I'm coming back on the other side of this break.
Let's go.
And we're gonna finish off this story talking about this
God.
relationship with the Father as we hear from our sponsors.
I love God.
Halftime, man. Have you
What's
ever
up?
known somebody to need some help with property management?
I do actually.
Man, I'm telling you, we have a company here in Michigan. I'm telling you that is able to help anybody that has real estate across this city or across this state. They're willing to help you. I don't care if it's a single family home, a manufacturing home, a duplex. They have multi-family homes that they can help you to procure. You know, you're not able to always know how to do everything you need to get done.
Right.
But this company is able to help you. It's called Inner City Property Management. They're dedicated to providing their clients with professional assistance by employing industry processes to meet the substantial demands of property management. Listen, they're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Inner City Property Management will provide the financial security you are seeking by several ways. I'm telling y'all want to get it. It reduces expenses, increase income by reducing maintenance, property acquisition assistance. They're able to create long-term stability, experience with Section 8. I'm telling you, they're unparalleled in their service. Inner City Property Management understands the likes of other investments. Real estate should be managed in order to yield the highest possible return. To learn more or to discuss this property management needs and goals, call them at 313-868-4479. The number again is 313-868-4479. Inner City Property Management for your needs.
That's helpful right there. All right, we back, everybody. We back in the building, Smitty.
Yes, sir.
We here today, man.
It's that day.
Today is a great day, man.
It's the best day to be the best day.
Ooh, the best day to be the best day, Smitty. Yeah, real relationship goals. Real relationship goals. See that? We back in the building, man. Man, I love what we're doing, man. So many people are being blessed by what we offering, Smitty, and that's why we have to speak about our relationship, right? The relationships, man, of the father, and then business, and then our spouses and our wives, because it's very important. And I know we're talking and we're conversing about the relationship with the father. I just know that the relationship with the father is very dear to me. I was almost getting choked up talking about it because it's my life. It's where I come from, and it's who God want me to be. He aspired me to be better than what I am. Everything that he give and provides and he instill in me every single day, he care more than you know. You know, sometimes we don't even realize like God love you more than you.
That's right.
You don't even the decisions that you make prove you don't love yourself like God love you, because he want the best for you all the time. Right. But the decisions that you're making is not the best. So God have to step in. Come on, Smitty. Man, this relationship thing is taking a whole okay. How important is the relationship with the father to you, man?
Man, the father relationship is very important. Even if you go from the natural standpoint, you know, there are so many statistics that talk about the father not being present in the home and the impact that it has on, you know, the children, because the father, as the Bible says, is the head of the household, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
so they're meant to set direction for household. In the absence of a father does play a role in, you know, some of the things that the children have to grow up and deal with.
Sure.
And it's unfair at points in times. And for various reasons, the father is not there. You know, sometimes, you know, they just couldn't get along with the mother, or, you know, they just couldn't, deal with the pressure, or they just didn't have the support, or
Yeah.
there are several, or they just were deadbeats. It's
Yeah.
a lot of various variations that go into a father not being present, but the impact doesn't go anywhere, because if you're there, just being present has an impact on the household, because God has set you to reign precedent and to reign head and set direction for the household.
Yeah.
And so not that direction not being there, the proper direction that God has ordained for every household not being there, does play an impact, both the woman and the children. And so the father, that's from the natural standpoint. But if you look at it from the spiritual aspect of things, and you got me fired up and riled up when you started talking about the father, because the reality of it is, the biggest or best relationship that you'll have is your foundational relationships.
Yes.
And that foundation relationship that we have is with our Father, God the Father.
Yes.
If that relationship is not set in place, then it makes it very difficult to move forward. Not saying that you can't get money,
Right.
but that's not success, right? So
That's right.
you want to make sure that you're able to have peace at night. You want to make sure that your joy remains.
That's right.
Right? You want to make sure things that money can't buy you
Oh.
is in place. And that's through God, our Father, who
Ooh.
manufactured us. You got to think about it. If you buy a computer, in order to take that Apple computer and find out what's going on with it, you have to take it back to the manufacturer, the person who made it.
Come on now.
Right? And so since God, our Father, is our manufacturer, there are things that he know about us to specificities that we don't even know about ourselves.
Yes.
And so that's why it's important that we have a relationship with him, because there are things that he can fix in us that can't nobody else fix in us. A woman can't do it.
That's
a
right.
man can't do it. Money can't do it. I'm
No.
telling you, notoriety,
That's
influence, it can't do it. But
Yes.
we know that if we have the relationship,
Mm.
then we're able to be fixed, because we all need fixed. Tap your neighbor and say, you need to be fixed.
Hey man, you be fixed.
We all need fixing.
You be fixed.
At some point in time, you need to be fixed. And in order to get fixed, you got to have a relationship with the Father.
Amen.
And this relationship is
receive
so
it.
important. It's funny because you read one scripture earlier on John, the 15th chapter, the 7th verse.
Yeah.
But I had here John 15:5, where
Wow.
it says, I am the vine. This is
Oh,
the Lord talking.
See,
This is God talking. He said, I am the vine. Ye are the branches.
come on.
He that abideth in me. Look, y'all come off of me. I made you in my likeness and my image.
Yes.
So I made you to rule and
Yes.
to dominate.
Yes.
I made you to walk in victory and peace. I made you to walk in joy and overcomers. Master, I
Hallelujah.
made all this for you
Yeah.
before you were ever born, right? I knew you in your mother's womb, as you said, right? And so he said, he that abideth in me. That means if you get in me and not get on me, not thank me for what I can give you, but thank you for what I
Ooh.
put in you,
Yes.
right? When I can,
Yes.
he said, he that abideth in me and I in him.
Ooh.
That means we got communion.
That's right.
There's conversation.
Yeah.
There's
Relationship.
relationship.
Woo!
You can't have a relationship if you don't communicate.
Come on.
I can't go home and just lay up next to my wife and I ain't said nothing to her all day.
That's right.
I can't get up in the morning and look at her and walk past her and don't say good morning, baby. I don't. It's not a day that go by I don't get
That's
up and
right.
say good morning to my baby. Kiss her and
That's right.
kiss her when I come home. It's
That's
it's a relationship piece
Yes.
that is added to what we do, right?
Wow, man.
And so he said, if you abide in me, he that abides in me and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit.
Yes.
He's saying your
Amen.
life will show prosperity. Your
Ooh.
life will have what is needed for
Yeah.
whatever coming for the next day.
Come on.
Because God is saying, I'm making it on purpose that your fruit would not just come, but it will remain.
Mm.
It won't just bring forth, but it will stay.
Mm.
It has some staying power. Who want to be successful, have a heyday and then a mayday? I want to be successful and it remains.
And it's
And he says, and he that abideth in me and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. And then this last statement in verse 5 says, for without me, ye can do nothing.
Nothing.
That's why things don't come to pass, why
Nothing.
things don't come together like it's supposed to, because we're not abiding in him
That's right.
and he abiding in us.
That's right.
We're not realizing that we're branches off the vine.
Yes. Come on.
The
here.
vine has already been set. When you get a vine of grapes, trust me, that vine that grows and gets as long as it gets, it has a starting point where
Yes.
this begins to grow and then you get fruit.
Yes.
And you can pick them fruit. I don't know about y'all. Back in the day, I used to get them fruit
I
off
used to
there,
get 'em.
and I washed them fruit
Yep,
off,
and get 'em.
and you get an opportunity to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So this is what God is saying with our lives, that if you establish a relationship with me, if you get in me and let me get in you,
Yes.
he said, I'll give you fruit and you wouldn't be able to do nothing without me. And we got to realize that in our relationship that we don't choose God. We mess up and think that we choose God. God chose us.
That's right.
He chose us from the beginning. You got to be careful enough to understand. He said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. I'm waiting on you to let me in. I'm putting in the work. I'm waiting on you to let me in.
If you open. If you do.
So if you open the door, he said, then I'll come and sup with you.
My God.
See, for somebody to come chill at your house, there's some level of relationship.
That's right.
You have to have relationship, but the relationship allows you to open the door. So the relationship in the natural and in the spiritual is very important to the Father.
That is very
And if you honor the Father, if you give him what is owed to him, he will be sure to give you what he has set up for your life for this road called success. Honor grants access. If you honor God, it grants access to the things that he has for you. But if you dishonor your Father, it's a seed to tragedy.
Yes. Man, that's heavy, man. I'm just in it now. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just in it. I'm in it now. Man, just to solidify and just to really confirm how much God loves us and want the best for us.
Yeah.
He first sent his son in the likeness of sinful flesh.
So you going down that road.
See, that's how you go there. You started this thing now.
I'm serious. Halftime. I'm serious. I got some of this stuff wrote down. I tried not to go that way because
I'm trying. It's just itching and burning. Jeremiah said like fire shut up in my bones.
Yes, sir.
It said like fire.
Yes, sir.
But just to confirm, Smitty, man, what you're saying, and this is for everybody out there that needs to understand what it's like for an entrepreneur to believe and trust in God. Here it is. You like to hear it? Here you go.
Yeah.
The Bible says this. Jesus said this. He said, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, he said, and you keep my words, he said, then my Father will love you, and then we will come unto them, to you, and make our abode. So God loved you in such a way. First, he sent his son.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, to take control. And then he said, now I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to make sure we seal this thing for you. I'm going to make sure that you never hunger and never thirst ever again.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm coming with my son.
Yeah.
I'm coming with him, and we're going to abide with you.
Yes, sir.
We're going to stay with you. And guess what? We're going to make sure we establish you by. We're going to make sure we establish everything that you set your mind to do. So Mark 11 says, when you pray, if ye believe and not doubt, you can have whatever you say.
That's right.
Whatever come out of your mouth, you can say. After this, see, these points that we're talking about, Smitty, these are things that happens after the relationship has been set. Once you set how can you expect your wife to stay? And I've been married almost 23 years. I love you, Angel. And February 16th be 23 years.
Yes, sir.
How in God's green earth I expect as a husband, expect my wife to love me unconditionally and love me through the heartache and some pains and things like that if I haven't already previously set the relationship standard.
That's right.
Of what a husband is like.
That's right.
And if she didn't already set the standard of what the relationship, what her wifely duties and things, mother duties was, if the relationship wasn't set, and God said, when you pray, if you don't believe,
that's right.
If you doubt,
yes,
and you only believe, if you do not doubt, and when you pray, if you believe in what you ask,
that's right.
You can have whatever you say, only if you believe in what you're asking. But that can only happen, that can only produce that fruit that you're talking about from that vine, unless you have that relationship in place.
That's absolutely right.
That you gotta have that relationship in place, man. And it just it's foundational stuff that has to happen. It has to happen. Like for example, Smitty, and I'm we together. No. So you just stop me.
No, go.
Because I'm once you establish that relationship, I'm a stickler. And now that I know what I know, then these are the steps that I have to take every single day to make sure that I please my God.
That's right.
I don't need a fan club anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need those cabarets and parties I used to throw. I don't need to be around a bunch of guys to make me feel like I'm somebody. I know who I am, and God showed me who I am through him.
That's right.
Through him.
Through the lens of what God has ordained you to be, you start to realize that you don't need a posse. You don't need a crowd of people around you because you are enough with God. God said, I'll go before you, right? And I'll make your crooked places straight. And so if I got God with me, whoever else come along is a bonus. But as long as I got God,
that's right.
as long as that relationship is there,
Yeah.
and we realize that it's not about, as I said before, it's not about us choosing him, but it's about the fact that he chose us. Because in Romans 5:8, he said, but God committed his love towards us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died. So he thought about you. He thought about a relationship with you before you ever were born.
Yes.
He said, I knew you while you was in your mother's womb, to bring you to an expected end. I had places for you to go and things for you to do. I had a relationship while you were a seed, an embryo. He said, while you were being formed, while it was trying to get to the egg to formulate, I had already had a relationship in an ending place for you. And so the fact that we have a place already set up and we don't choose to come to the place of a relationship that has already been set up, we're living beneath our privileges by not having a relationship with the Father. See, a Father that has everything. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell within. So we have to understand that everything that we need is in the relationship with our God, the Father.
Yes.
And if we get into that relationship, he said you can ask what you will, and it shall be done. Past tense, because it's already done. It shall be done, not did or fixing to or about to happen. It shall be done unto
finished,
thee,
complete.
And so that relationship is so important, and that's the foundational piece that we have for this relationship goals that we have. So that's a real relationship goal. Tap your neighbor and say, that's a real relationship goal.
Hey. That's a real relationship.
That's a real relationship goal. So in this entrepreneurship walk, you have sometimes that you have partnerships and you have things and people that you want to partner up with, and you feel like, could help you in this business endeavor that you're embarking upon, whatever it may be. It may be, heating and cooling. It may be electricity. It may be plumbing.
Yeah.
Maybe barbering. It may be whatever level of entrepreneurship. You might want to open up a business in cosmetics. You might want to do a lip bar. I had a homegirl do a lip bar. Whatever it is that you want to do, you want to make sure. Sometimes you want to find out if partners are necessary and what are good things and qualities to look for in a business partner. So I'm gonna ask you, Halftime, what is it that you think about when you're looking to pick a partner, a business partner in a business endeavor?
Well, that's a good question. It's actually, man, it's quite a few. But if I can go through a list of 1 to 4, 1 to 5, whatever,
just a couple of them.
Just a couple, just to help you all understand how to choose a business partner. First, whatever it is you're doing, make sure if you want to partner with them on that particular business, you got to first, let's look at how successful they are.
Yeah.
That's got to be the eye candy.
Yeah.
What draws you to that person? You want to make you work with them.
Yeah.
Before you find out what they're making.
Right.
Before you find out what car they drive.
That's right.
You want to find out like how successful they are and what they're doing before the lifestyle is set and all of those different natural things of that nature. It does matter, but I'm saying that's not the biggest one, but you have to at least start there.
Right.
Let's find out how successful they are. Once you find out how successful.
So look, before you go on to the next thing, so what if they don't have any level of success? What if they don't have, the things that meets the eye, but they have the mental capacity to help you to push into, the next place which you're looking to move into this business? They are an added asset to it.
Great. That's great. That because everybody don't have that, right? Everybody not able to start off with finding someone like, oh my God, that's the right person I want to be with, right? So now this is where you come in at. You have to figure out what can you bring to the table. See that relationship.
That's it.
So I can't expect him to have everything.
Yeah.
I might want to partner with him. He might be looking back at me like, what you got?
That's right.
And so don't set the standard, the bar so high for me, but then it's low for you.
Yeah.
Right. So choosing, that's a great point you brought out and asked that question. But choosing a business partner, I believe a business partner should be lifelong or longevity for whatever it is that you guys are investing in or whatever, however long that partnership will, become a relationship.
Right.
We have a saying, Smitty, friendships turn to brotherhoods around us. Friendships turn to brotherhoods
You better
around
know
us.
it.
So my whole goal, my relationship goal is to turn friendships to brotherhoods.
Yeah.
But everybody don't think like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to just make money right now.
Right.
I want to keep making it.
Yeah.
And if you're my business partner, I want us to make money forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, so it turns to a brotherhood.
Although it don't always end up like that.
It don't end up like that, but
yeah, I got you.
that's my goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And so these are the relationship goals that we're talking about for choosing a business partner. Well, but I mean, another one is that let's look for a person that's obsessive in what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you got to be upset. You got to be a little bit for me to say, man, I want to be a part. Well, how can I fit in that? You know, I want to be able to see you go for broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need you. If you have something that I need and I feel like we both can accentuate each other.
Yeah.
I believe you're gonna have to bring the same fire and energy, everything. Come meet me in the middle. I don't want to cross that line and come on your side. Meet me at the middle.
Yeah.
And if I'm a little bit crazy and obsessive in what I'm doing, I need you to be that same level of obsessive.
Right. Right.
I want to take a obsession to another level in business. And it's not to say like that's mean everything to me.
Right. Right.
But in order to get it done, sometimes you got to think outside of the box.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, as an entrepreneur, thinking outside of the box have a lot of times been classified as crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been called crazy. I've been saying, people have told me I ain't doing all of that.
Yeah.
Well,
it don't take all that.
It don't take all that to do what you're doing. And I beg to differ. Maybe it don't for you, but we're talking about me. I'm the example here.
Yeah.
And if for me, if I'm choosing someone
Yeah.
to partner with, I need them to go for broke just like me.
Yeah.
Because that's going to assure me that what if I can't work today? What if I can't work tomorrow? Guess what? The job going to get done.
That's right.
Because you're just as obsessive as I am about what we're passionate about, what we're doing, what we're discussing.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And then what motor are you driving? So I have a thing I say to my class all the time. I ask my students, I ask you all, if you can match a car to the way you feel at this current moment, what car are you driving? You see what I'm saying? Every day it'd be a different car because you have your ups and your downs.
Emotions.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Emotions or he-motions.
That's right. See that? See that like that?
Guys got emotions too called he-motions.
He-motions. That's good. But that's good though, right?
No, absolutely. What car are you driving?
What car are you driving? What car are you driving? What's driving you? See, a lot of people, Smitty, they have big dreams, but they have small motors, small vehicles they driving. You got these big aspirations to be this big mogul, this big rock star, this big famous person, this at the pinnacle, what we call you the GOAT, or you and your
driving
prime.
a Pinto.
You driving a Pinto. What? How are you gonna get to your destination?
1966, get out and push.
See there? So what motor you driving, man? You know, it gotta be the drive. I need to know what's driving you. I know what's driving you.
That's right.
But I'm talking to the people. What's driving you?
Yes.
So anybody I work with, I need that motor to move.
A business partner is so quintessentially important, especially to the business. If you're going to have a partner, you got to understand that there are things that you might think a little different on, and you have to also welcome those qualities, right? Yeah. And someone, and you kind of hit on a little bit, they have to respect the qualities that you bring to the table.
Yes, sir.
Right? So the qualities that you may bring to the table may be a little different from yours.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine. But the desire for the business to be successful has to be in place. Both people have to, as you said, have the drive and the care and the regard for the business being successful.
Yeah.
For you coming along for the ride and just tossing some money some way, that don't always work. You know, and the reason why I say that is because you'll find yourself doing more work but splitting the same money.
Oh,
right. And that can cause division after a while, because it's all right in the beginning. Once the money start bubbling up and you start seeing residual money, you're like, ooh, that's good. But then
you get more than me.
The more time goes on, you like, hold on, he ain't doing no work, or she ain't putting in as much effort and energy as I am, but she receiving the same pay, or he getting the same amount of money I'm getting, but I'm the one putting the work in. And then you want to entail and go and have a conversation with them, and they're like, look, I told you coming in, I put them, I give you a couple dollars on it. I put my part on it, but you got to put the work in.
That's right.
Right. But if that's not established and understood from the beginning, that can grow with contentment later on. But if you understand from the get-go that the qualities that a person brings to the table, they bring the finances and you may bring the motor. And then, you know, if that works for you, you don't mind running around and doing all that it takes to keep the business going. And they don't mind continuing giving the finances, that might work. But if it's not understood from the beginning, the qualities of not coming together and understand that could lead to a destruction end. Right. So I always say, whatever qualities are brought to the table, let it be from an understanding point from the beginning. Let it be in contract writing, so that when while we're all happy and everything is good, we need to put in place, in the event of a situation happening where we're not on the same terms anymore, this is how we dissolve the business. It'll be 50% here, 50% there, 40%, 60%. We need to set these things in place from the beginning. And the people that are good partners understand that, yeah, everything is good now, but we don't know what the future holds, and it could run into some snags. But if we set things up now, but the other piece that I will also add is, find people that complete you and not compete with you. Because what happens is, if you find somebody that do what you do well, then y'all will start competing on who can do it better. And then in terms, now you trying to figure out, why does it feel like I'm fighting with this person to get done what we both want to get done? But the reality of it is that they're trying to show you that I can do it better than you. And so that causes a competition. That's one of the worst things that can enter into a business partner relationship, because when y'all start competing, the focus of the business being successful falls by the wayside. And now you're trying to see who can prove that they do it better, when all you had to do is allow yourself to get with somebody that don't necessarily do the same things you do the same way you do it, because you need somebody to handle the financial side, right? And you might need somebody to handle to know when to market a thing, or you know, how to run your social media sites. You might need somebody, you know, that can they got the motor that's gonna drive and hype it up and everything. So you got to find somebody that's not trying to compete with you. What you do is you find somebody that's going to help to complete you by finding somebody to help you in areas that you're not as strong in. Don't work with people that are strong in the same areas you're strong in, because over time you're going to end up competing. And if you don't do it like they think it should have been done, they're going to try and show you, tell you, and prove to you, by way of the business dissolving and getting into a wreck, by showing you what they would have done, what they should have said, what they would have said, and it will make it worse for you. So if you don't find somebody that's competing with you and find somebody to complete you, it'll make the whole process of partnership in the business a whole lot easier. Y'all, we up against another break right now, but we got to come back. I got something to say. So coming back after we hear from our sponsors, we're going to let halftime, because he itching over there. Y'all don't even know his legs kicking under the table. God. He coming up with what he has to say on this business partnership.
What's up, Smitty, man?
What's going on, halftime?
Man, not much, man. I just need to ask you a question. Did you know, do we have a retail manufacturing company right here in the city of Detroit?
Retail manufacturing? Doing what?
Retail clothes manufacturing, man, right here in the city of Detroit, in the fashion district.
Here in the city?
On Livernois.
Oh my God.
In the city of Detroit.
Man, you mean to talk about that stuff that you go over to China and Pakistan trying to get them shirts and stuff for it? We can do it here?
Yeah, with no turnarounds, no language barriers, none of that.
No delivery fees?
No fees.
You can go pick it up.
No weeks, months waiting on your product.
Man, you got to tell me more about this
right
company.
Here it is. Complete Image Manufacturing is a full-service apparel manufacturing company located in the city of Detroit, man. Take a look at all the services they provide to bring you designs, bring all your designs to life, and make them retail and store shelf ready, baby. They going crazy over there, man. They going crazy. And reason why I would love to do business with CIM, because I'm an entrepreneur, as yourself.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times what's your experience on just recently purchasing apparel for your brand, for your company?
Absolutely. I mean, hey, if I had the opportunity to deal with somebody here in the city that is prompt, good business, and understands what the customer needs, and they're able to meet those needs, I'll be over there in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, I'm going over to CIM over there in the Faster
We
District
coming.
to see what's going on so that
CIM.
we can support here in the city
Yes.
and not have to travel outside the United States to get
Man,
what we need. 'Cause it's
complete
here in Detroit.
image manufacturing, man. They on Instagram. CIM manufacturing, man. Hit them up, DM them, send them a message. Like all they posts, like all go. Look, just check them out, man. If you're an entrepreneur and you're tired of them turnarounds, those delays, the language barriers, that turnaround time for me is like the biggest piece. 5 weeks turning into 12 weeks, and then here you are, 3 months still don't have product. Right here in the city of Detroit, all of your problems are solved. They're answered. CIM, check them out, man. Check them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, we back. We are back here deeper in the cut, and we are here talking about real relationship goals. We're giving you some real opportunities to understand that relationship goals is not a picture, it's not an image, it's not a video over in Punta Cana, it's not over off the water. Just, you know what I'm saying, walking through the sandy beach. Relationship goals is something that you want to have a part of your life, period. And there's a such thing as real relationship goals. I ain't talking about this made up stuff that look like a picture,
Hollywood,
and look happy and all that.
No.
And I appreciate that, but that's not what we're talking about today. Before we went to break, Mr. Halftime was itching through this whole break to talk about this business partner relationship and how important it is. And we're gonna give him an opportunity to go ahead and speak his piece on this, man. He almost kicked me over here.
just being an entrepreneur for so long, man. Just have so many different experiences that I learned from.
Yeah,
man, that I bounce back from. The Bible says a just man falls 7 times, but he get back up. See, that's the thing. You didn't keep me down. See that you didn't keep me down. I was up against it.
That's right.
Did all of the work. Of the work, man.
Right.
Did the consultations and set structured partnerships, paid money for that bond so we can work together legally. That legally binded us together, paid out my own pocket, Smitty, and structured the whole thing. The wee hours of the night, my wife lip twisted because I'm coming to bed late because I'm structuring this business. But I'm doing all of the work, but yet not being compensated. But if we're going to do business together, I don't really mind doing the work. That's just how I move.
That's right.
I know the outcome. I know if I do my part, they're going to do their part on the other side.
That's right.
So I really didn't have a problem for real. I didn't do it grudgingly. I did it happily. I was happy, geeked up. I'm like, this is a new business and it's getting started. It seemed like everything is going right and the money, everything is starting to line up. We're putting our name on certain documents together. It's legally binding us to ownership of this and ownership of that, doing this and getting this built and doing that stuff.
And what happened?
And man, they try to cut me out like a bad tooth, man. They like, whoa. They try to cut me out like that rotten part in the apple. You know, you don't throw the whole apple out, you just cut a piece of it out. They try to cut me out of my thing. Oh my goodness, man. They trying to cut me out. Like I didn't matter anymore. Like after I got all this done, like yo, I'm a chump squeeze. I was like, come on, you can't do that. I was hot too. But I was talking to my wife about it, talked to you about it several times, and here we are talking about it again. It's still on the eye, but I'm gonna use it as a ladder.
That's fuel. That's
fuel. That's what I'm saying.
How the pain become fuel.
And the way I bruise. See that?
How I deal with consequences
and the way I choose. You see what I'm saying? That's the give it in the cut song. Gotta get it. I think it's 99 cents. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
But I just had to touch on that, man. That was a really bad experience. That's why I believe I'm just to say it, I believe I'm who I am and where I am right now because of that one thing that helped me. That situation helped me.
Absolutely, man. It's so much that goes into business relationships, and it's important to make sure that you establish things in the beginning so that when things come about and things happen, it's clarity is written out. You have a legal binding contract that gives you right. It will stand up in court. It'll stand up in the legal system, and it puts you in a position to not be on the losing end. So life will teach you things. But if you watch Deeper in the Cup, we'll put you up on game, and you'll always learn and know that so that you don't have to walk in the same pitfalls that we did. So this last piece that we have, and we want to make sure that we talk about this because it's a very important piece of relationship and entrepreneurship, finding the proper spouse to help you in this walk that will help you to be successful, because I mean that's why we all go to work. That's why we get up every day, we hours of the night staying up, doing what needs to be done to be successful. And so there is a relationship goal in finding your spouse that really helps to aid and to add to the fact that you can be successful, because having the wrong spouse at the wrong time could really, it's a weight. And it can pull on you, and there are times where you need the support, and you need the dependability, and you need the understanding, and you need her to have it, or him to be integrable and be faithful and just be consistent with you. So there are things that goes into this spouse aspect. So I'm gonna ask you, halftime, what qualities do you look for in a spouse?
Man, from a spouse, she got to be a girlfriend first. we got to like each other. What up, boo? Hey, baby, how you doing? It's just no, seriously though. On a serious note, are you able to be friends first?
Yeah,
and that's huge for me. If I'm with you, and we have a situation, because you got to know in any relationship, whether you're married or thinking about it, or your fiance or whatever. You have to know the grass is going to get brown sometime. That grass will not stay green throughout the course of your relationship.
That's right.
And that means that you're going to go through some things. And if you can't allow me to say things to you, I can't allow you to say, and I won't allow you to say things to me. That can cause a rift. And that relationship divorce. We don't even need an annulment. That's how we don't even need a divorce. We can just get an annulment. That's how early on those problems come. They come fast if you don't set the foundation in the beginning. So being friends with your significant other, right? Then learning their background. Like their upbringing. When I was coming up, Smitty, you had the court. You had to know. My parents were that little fast-tailed girl ain't coming over here. Who's the mama like? Who her daddy like?
That's right.
So all of that stuff.
I'm still that father.
But what do our kids and around their peers? They say your father's strict.
Yep, I like
this is the old school principle. Then I'm not strict. I know what you mean.
Say what
this
you
is just
want.
Say what you need to say, but this is the foundation in which I grew up.
That's right.
So I need my wife. I need to know her family, their background. That I fell in love with her even more, knowing where she came from. That was like, this my boo right here. That's man. Right. She got a foundation.
That's right.
To be honest, her foundation was more strong and more solid than mine was. Wow. I brought a lot to the table, but that foundation part of it, where that spiritual aspect, her grandfather was a bishop, her family was in ministry and different things like that. I knew even if she wasn't the best saint, I knew where her roots were buried in, and that foundation for me, that means she was God-fearing.
That's right.
That means she was loyal.
That's right.
That means she's going to honor me and respect me. She's going to be passionate about relationship because she's been taught that. So when we start courting, we start building our relationship where we get married, that's already been took care of.
Right.
You can't microwave a marriage, man.
That's right.
Y'all better let me tell you something. You better get to, hey, husband, boyfriends, girlfriend, boyfriend. Look, man, little conference. Stop trying to microwave your relationship. Nothing's going to happen overnight. Build your relationship on godly principles.
That's right.
And then the relationship will produce longevity, because it's going to take more than a 3-minute microwave plate.
Right.
Nothing happens overnight, man. You're really trying to build a relationship with someone in 5 minutes. In work. 2 weeks, you telling each other you love each other. It's impossible. You don't even know this person, what they're going to do in a serious moment. They might snap out or something. You don't know.
To have a level of understanding with somebody, which is what you want as a quality in your spouse, they have to be understanding, because in entrepreneurship, it takes so much of your time in the beginning of it, and it takes so much of your resources and your money, and it helps you to get to a certain place. But on the way to success, you need somebody that will be understanding with you, because your passion sometimes can overrule what you have available to you, right? And so, but if your wife says, I remember one time made me marry my wife, and I know we about to get ready and close here, But my wife made me marry her because when 2006, when we got ready to open up Halftime Sports Barbershop, right?
Mhm.
And I put all of my money and resources into the barbershop, and her birthday came up, and to my name, I had $23 and some change in my bank account
Mm.
on my wife's birthday. She was my girlfriend at the time. And my girlfriend, which is my wife now, came to me and told me, she said, I don't care how. Now, I used to always buy her whatever she want, new clothes. I used to make sure she was right.
Yep.
When her birthday come around, she could expect something extravagant and something
Right.
worth having.
Right.
This particular time, I told her, I said, baby, you know, I was ashamed. I said, I don't have anything. All I have is $23 and some change. I said, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but that's all I have to offer today. And I was putting my key in the door, and she tapped me on my shoulder and said, I don't care about no money. She said, long as I got you,
Woo!
that's enough for me.
Better
And
get it.
then she told me, she said, you're building for our family. Now, we didn't have no kids. We didn't have no marriage.
Awesome.
I hadn't proposed to her or anything.
Wow.
She said, all I want to do, and this before Netflix and chill, she said, all I want to do is go down in the basement and sit down and just watch some movies with you. And I'll just
Wow.
lay in your arms. And
I
we
love you,
ate
sis.
popcorn
Woo!
on her birthday.
That's heavy.
I'll
man.
never forget that.
That's heavy.
But I can tell you that next year on her birthday,
Yeah.
I was on one knee saying, will you marry me?
When you doubled up, you doubled up.
Will you marry me? Putting that ring on her finger. I turned the pinky ring in, put the turn the pinky ring in and put the ring on her finger because she gave me the qualities that I needed. She understood. She was understanding
That's awesome.
that what I was building was for her, our future, and our family. And none of that existed in the natural eye.
Wow.
And so when you have somebody that understands and can see what you see and can feed your passions for the future,
man,
that's the person that you want to have.
Wow.
That's the person you want to keep. I'm sorry, y'all. We against
good.
this time.
That's good.
We up against this time.
It's
Let halftime finish this up.
Yeah.
And then we'll go ahead and close this out here.
First of all, I love you, sis. That's my brother's wife. I love you, sis. That's what I'm talking about.
That's my
Relationship
baby.
goal. Listen, man. Look, if you're looking for a place where you can come and get some feedback and watch the show, Deep in the Cut, man, has always been a place where you can come.
YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube, Amazon, Apple Music, man.
We need y'all
We need
to
you
go
on
on.
DTAC Instagram, and then you go to the website, deepininthecut.com. You can purchase your merch, your shirts, and different things of that nature, man.
You can be a guest on the show.
Come on here. Come on.
We offering sponsorships.
Come on.
If you want to sponsor your show sponsor your business on this show,
Yes.
it's available. We have
Yes.
that available for you on deepininthecut.com.
Yeah.
We ask you go on, tap in with us, stay tapped in, comment, share, like, subscribe, and we will continue to give you the great content that God has given to us.
And always remember, you're not hurting.
You might be hurting,
right?
But you're not helpless.
But you're not helpless.
You might be hurting,
but you're not helpless.
You might be hurting.
I said you're not. Boy, you're not helpless. It's a wrap. Deep in the cut.
In the cut.